Hey Heather, long time no see. How have you been?
Stella, what do you want?
Oh, come on. Am I not allowed to message you if I don't have business? You've been MIA for 5 years. I've been worried if you're even alive.
Don't worry, I'm doing just fine. So, what's up? If it's just to confirm that I'm alive, let's end the conversation here.
Hold on a sec. I reached out after so long, and you're giving me the cold shoulder? I'm your only sister, you know?
Sister? Who are you talking about? I thought we ended our relationship 5 years ago.
What?
I haven't forgotten that you snatched my fiancé. Stop mentioning that we're sisters.
Oh, wow. You're really persistent about that, huh? Still hung up on the past?
Maybe it's just the past for you, but I don't intend to forget and forgive.
You say I snatched him, but he was the one who made a move on me. It's not my fault at all.
Oh, please. You flirted around and seduced him. You guys exchanged numbers behind my back. The wedding date was already set, but he suddenly dumped me. When I pressed him for a reason, he said he switched to you. It was a huge shock. On top of it, I had to deal with the harsh reality of canceling the venue and explaining everything to people you know.
Speaking of which, you looked seriously depressed back then. I thought you might just disappear.
I really wanted to vanish at that time, but with encouragement from my family and friends, I somehow managed to pull through. You never apologized, but called me a loser and mocked me. So, I don't want to see your face, and chatting with you makes me sick.
Come on, don't be so uptight. I messaged you today because I have some important news.
What?
I'm pregnant.
Oh, with Mark's baby?
Nope, it's not his. We broke up a long time ago.
Wait, not his? Then who's the father? When did you get married?
We're not married yet. Got pregnant first, so the order got mixed up. Planning to get hitched soon.
So the guy isn't someone I know, huh?
Actually, you're quite familiar with him.
Who?
I'm pregnant with your fiancé's baby.
My fiancé?
Yep, Terry's kid is inside me.
Terry?
Shocking, right? Haha, sorry. I've snagged your fiancé again. But it's not my fault, you know. This time, too, he made a move on me for real. You'll let this go, right?
Well, if you wanted a baby, then it's a good thing, I guess.
Wait, aren't you feeling bitter?
Nope, genuinely, congratulations.
Hold up. I'm pregnant with your fiancé's child. And you're congratulating me? Seriously?
Well, I don't feel bad at all. I'm not engaged to anyone, so...
Stop it. Why do you have to act so tough? He's your fiancé, right?
Nope, he's not. He's nobody to me.
Geez, Heather, you're really peculiar. Pretending to be nonchalant when you're probably seething with jealousy inside.
Well, I don't have a reason to be jealous. By the way, why did you break up with Mark? You went to such lengths to steal him from me. You seem so into him. I thought you'd be married to him by now.
I got bored and dumped him.
Oh dear.
I was planning to marry him at first, but I lost interest as the time went by. He was your boyfriend, so I was into the chase. Once he became mine, the passion faded away. We split after about a half year.
You're terrible. So you didn't actually like him? You just picked him because he was my fiancé.
Obviously. Stealing from you had its charm.
Then you'll probably get bored with Terry soon, too. You're with him just because he's supposedly my fiancé, right?
Since I'm having a baby, I'm not going to ditch him. I'm already 28, planning to settle down by marrying him.
Uh-huh.
I feel bad for you that I'm the only one getting happy. Being over 30, It was probably the last chance for you to get married. But I snagged him.
I've always wondered, why do you keep going after my boyfriends? Since we were teens, whenever I dated someone, you'd meddle in. It feels like you've taken away so many of my boyfriends. Why?
It's payback.
Payback?
Yes. When we were in middle school, you stole my first crush.
Me? I have no recollection of stealing anyone.
I asked my crush out back then and got rejected. He said he liked someone else. That someone was you.
What the? This is the first time I've heard about this.
You don't remember? It was Jordan in the same class as you.
Jordan? Oh, I vaguely remember a boy with that name. Back then, I was so focused on club activities, and boys weren't on my mind. I was just friends with him. I'm sure we weren't dating.
You're so annoying. That means he had a crush on you.
Who knew? If he'd liked me, I'd be flattered, but he never said anything to me.
Doesn't matter. Either way, you took away someone I liked. Eye for an eye.
I can't believe this. You're still hung up on something from our childhood and kept harassing me for it.
Anyway, you took my guy first. I'm just getting back to you. Plus, I'm younger and way cuter than you. I absolutely have to get married before you.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. But the father of your child isn't my fiancé for sure.
You're still going on about that? It's time to face reality. You lost to me. By the way, my wedding's in a week. You want to come?
No, thank you.
Yeah, I thought so. Going to the wedding of an ex-fiancé would be too rough, right?
Are you inviting mom and dad?
I wish, but I won't. Ever since I snatched Mark, they've been cold to me. Even when I told them about my pregnancy and getting married this time, they were like, do what you want, and left me hanging.
Well, that's to be expected, right? They went through so much trouble when the wedding got called off because of you.
But Terry's parents are thrilled about our marriage, so even if they don't come, it's fine.
Won't it look weird at the wedding without the bride's parents?
Nah, just make up some excuse like someone's sick or there's an emergency, and it'll be okay. Anyway, good luck with searching for a new partner again. Well, at your age, it must be tough to find someone. The probability of leading a miserable single life forever is much higher.
I don't really need to do that anymore. Oh well, I'm busy too, so catch you later.
Hi, Heather. Have you found yourself a new boyfriend yet? I've already found my happiness, so don't worry, I won't snatch your boyfriends anymore. Relax and keep searching for your match.
Listen, Stella, can you stop bothering me about this kind of irrelevant stuff? I'm busy, you know?
Come on, who are you kidding? It's Sunday, no work, so you're free, right?
I'm busy even at home.
Hey, don't you remember what today is? It's my wedding day.
Oh, yeah, now that you mention it. Are you having a reception?
We're just having an intimate dinner with close family and friends. The ceremony was beautiful. It's a shame you couldn't make it. We had it in this cute chapel, and I wore a gorgeous wedding dress. I felt like a princess.
I'm glad it went well. I wish you all the happiness.
Are you seriously wishing me well?
Yep, I am.
Can't you be honest for once? I mean, I'm married to your ex-fiancé and having a baby with him. You must be kicking yourself over that, right?
I've said it before. He's not my ex-fiancé.
It's amusing you're still saying that.
Whatever. Is that all for today?
Nope. I found out the gender of the baby.
Uh-huh.
Don't you want to know?
I don't really care.
It's a boy!
Didn't ask, but okay.
When his parents found out it was a boy, they were ecstatic. They praised me, calling me the perfect daughter-in-law.
Getting praised for having a boy sounds like an outdated view nowadays, doesn't it?
Hey, can you not be nasty about it? They really adore me, you know. They thought Terry would never get married. They said, having such a beautiful daughter-in-law feels like a dream.
Oh, really?
You're pretty pitiful. Past 30 and still can't get married, can't have kids. That's like a loser's life.
I don't think happiness is solely about getting married and having children, you know? And you don't know anything about me. Don't go labeling me a loser.
Yeah, whatever. Enough of that sour grapes.
Listen, Stella, you seem to have it all wrong, so can I tell you the truth?
I said I'm done. Tired of hearing the losers lament. If you're so upset, why don't you find someone nice quickly? All right, I'm off to dinner now. I'll send you some photos from the wedding. Help me, Heather. Are you there?
Ugh, so noisy. Of course, it's you. What bragging are you up to this time? You've been silent since your wedding day. Didn't you say you were sending me wedding photos?
Not gonna brag, and I deleted all the photos. I want to forget about the wedding.
Why?
I've decided to divorce Terry.
What? Are you crazy? It's only been a month and you're already talking about divorce? Is it because you got bored with him as usual?
No, it's different this time. He's a problem, but his parents are even worse. I don't want to live with them in the same house.
Live with them?
There weren't any plans for that, but after the wedding, his parents completely changed. They said we should leave the apartment and move in with them since I'm their daughter-in-law now.
Oh, that sucks.
They were so sweet until we had the wedding. They never mentioned living together. So we rented an apartment and planned on enjoying our newlywed life. But Terry obeyed them and broke the lease of the apartment.
So now you're living with them?
Right.
But you're pregnant, so isn't it helpful to be with them? Terry's working and not at home, right? Having them around must be reassuring. You can have your mother-in-law take care of the housework.
No way! She says pregnancy isn't an illness and expects me to do all the chores. Even when my belly gets sore and I ask for a rest, she says pregnant women in her time used to work until the last moment before childbirth. I'm doing all the housework alone with this big belly. It's awful.
Wow, that sounds rough. His parents have some seriously outdated values, which is hard to believe in this day and age.
Did you know about it?
I mean, I was going out with him at one point, you know.
At one point? But you were engaged to him, right?
Never.
No way.
I've said it so many times. He wasn't my fiancé.
But you were definitely with him, right?
Yeah, but we broke up pretty quickly.
Broke up?
When I met his parents, I realized that they were old-fashioned, as you know. I saw Terry being under their thumb and I couldn't deal with it.
Seriously?
I was considering marriage at the time. Thank goodness I realized his true nature pretty early on. Even after we split, he and his parents couldn't seem to let go. They kept pestering me. It stopped only after I got a new boyfriend. I shiver to think what would have happened if I continued with him.
Oh God, why didn't you tell me this earlier? If he was that lame, I wouldn't have gone for him.
Oh, come on. We hadn't been in touch for a long time. When you messaged me after a while, you were already pregnant. It wasn't like I could just stop everything at that point.
What am I going to do? I absolutely don't want to live a life being bullied by in-laws.
Well, there's not much you can do. You were so desperate to snatch him away from me that you failed to see their true colors. It's all on you.
Oh God, I just remembered. Terry used to beam saying that you and I looked alike. Maybe he wanted to marry me because I resemble you?
That's highly possible. It's hard to say without asking him directly.
He was so fixated on you even after you broke up. I was just a replacement for you in his eyes. He doesn't truly love me. What a scumbag.
Hey, that applies to you too. You thought he was my fiancé and went after him. It goes both ways.
I'm leaving my in-laws and divorcing him. Can I stay at your place for a while? Even if I get a divorce, raising a child alone will be tough, you know. You need to help me.
Why should I help you?
Because you're single and have plenty of free time. Are you planning to be alone all your life? Living with a cute little nephew and a sister is obviously better.
I can't.
Why not?
Because I also have a child.
What?
Yes, I'm married and have a child.
You never told me. Who's your husband? Were you in a relationship with Terry?
I had broken up with him ages ago. I married a guy I met through work after that. We're a family of 3 now.
Oh my God. You didn't tell me about your marriage or having a child.
I tried to tell you the other day, but you didn't seem interested. Besides, I have no obligation to tell you.
We're family. Even Mom and Dad never said a word about it. I thought you were single all this time.
I asked them not to tell you about it.
Why?
You have a record of snatching away my fiancé. I didn't know what you'd do, so I kept my marriage and child a secret.
You're terrible. I've been going through so much pain. How could only you get to be happy?
Oh, please. You got married and are having a child, so you should be happy too, right?
Being controlled by in-laws? Yeah, right. We're sisters. Help me out. Even if it's just for a short time while my child is still young. Both Dad and Mom are cold to me, so I can't ask them for help. You're the only person I can rely on.
I'm sorry, but I'm fully occupied with my child. I can't take care of you. I mean, even if I had the capacity, I wouldn't help a trashy sister like you.
Ugh, what should I do then? Am I stuck with an unloving husband and bullying in-laws for the rest of my life?
Since you've chosen your partner, both of you should work together as a couple and do your best. Your in-laws are looking forward to having their grandchild, right? Oh, my kid just woke up from a nap. I have to go. Let's both do our best in parenting.
Wait, Heather. I apologize for everything I've done before. Please help me. Heather.
Stella asked Terry for a divorce, but he adamantly refused. Even the in-laws stated, after finally having a grandchild, we won't allow a divorce. So she continues to live with them, unable to escape. She had a healthy baby boy, but as expected, the in-laws have been interfering in childcare. I hear that she's on the brink of a nervous breakdown. I can't say I'm concerned about her, as it's her own doing. I only pray that her boy will grow up to be a decent man. As for me, I'm planning to return to work soon by sending my daughter to daycare. Although I've had a tough period due to Stella continuously stealing my boyfriends, it led me to meet a husband who genuinely loves me, and I'm blessed with an adorable daughter. Right now, I'm enjoying the happiest time of my life. My relationship with both my parents and my in-laws is excellent. I'd like to continue living my life, cherishing my family.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Find out you cut corners, there will be consequences.
Okay. I'm Shiana, 35 years old. I'm part of a family of 3, including my 5-year-old son Jack and my husband Louis. Louis and I work at the same company and got married. When we were going out, he made all the decisions, from where we went to what we ate. Back then, I thought of him as a decisive person and found it quite appealing. However, it was only after we got married that I realized he was actually quite selfish and always wanted things to go his way. By that time, we already had a child, so I believed that if I could just tolerate it, things would work out. His job involves frequent business trips, with Mexico being one of the places he visits at least once a month. This time, his trip there was scheduled for 5 days. Little did I know that it would lead to something completely unexpected. Louis is in big trouble! There's been a plane crash! My precious only child! What am I going to do? Oh God, I wish this was just a dream! Shiana, what are we going to do now? What's going on, Joyce? You need to watch the news right now! A plane crash in Mexico? No way. His name appeared on the screen before. Oh no, it's mentioned again just now. I won't be able to go on if I lose him. Please, calm down. He might still be okay even if he was in the accident. But they said it was pretty much hopeless for the crew and passengers after a plane crashed into the sea. He's a good swimmer, so he might have survived. Sure, he's been good at swimming since he was young, but it's a plane crash. Swimming skills won't help in this situation. But we won't know for sure until... How can we confirm? I think I should call him just to be sure. Hey, what's happening? Well, I can't get through to him. You can't reach him? You see? Does that mean he's in a hopeless situation? Is that it? This can't be true. Oh God, Louis! We still don't know for sure. I'll try contacting the airline and his workplace. Then do it quickly! Should I also contact the embassy? Contact everyone you can think of! Understood. I'll do my best to find out more. Please wait a little longer. By the way, you're remarkably composed right now. Why are you so calm? Am I? Your husband was in a plane accident. Most people would be more frantic in this situation, don't you think? At times like this, it's important to stay calm. Panicking with uncertain information is the last thing you want to do. You've always been so cold, you know. Poor Louis. Excuse me? Are you thinking about collecting the insurance money if he's gone? You're a heartless wife. What in the world are you saying? Honestly, I was against your marriage from the start. Your family is poor and you only have a high school education. I shouldn't have approved it. Why are you saying this now? Your parents run an unprofitable business, right? That's why you, from a poor family, ended up in a low-level public school instead of a private one. It's your parents' wrong upbringing that turned you into a heartless, cold woman. Even though you came from a poor family and went to a low-level public high school, they should have taught you the importance of family values. Is this really the time for all of this? Louis is an elite from Stanford University. I absolutely despise the idea of marrying someone like you who didn't even go to college. But I allowed it out of pity. Joyce, we need to confirm the plane crash right now. Oh, I get it now. You arranged this plane crash too, didn't you? What nonsense. How could I do such a thing? You knew it would crash and deliberately put him on that flight. Are you crazy? His company handled the flight bookings. You probably instructed them to do that, to leave no evidence. How on earth would I even know that it was going to crash?
Unless you have some kind of superpower, it's impossible. A loving married couple should naturally know things like this. If there's love, you should have sensed if there was going to be an accident, or if it was better not to take that flight. It's your fault for not sensing that. Hold on a sec. What you're saying is absurd. Even if something happens to him, I won't give you a single cent. His savings and property, everything belongs to me. But we still don't have any information on his status. We need to clarify these things beforehand. Even if that were the case, the inheritance rights would go to Jack in that event. Well, he's the heir to this family. Naturally, his custody and inheritance rights belong to me too. I won't accept that. He'll remain with me no matter what. If something happens to Louis, he'd be my only family. Over here too, if he were to be gone, the heir would only be my grandchild. If you don't compromise, I won't have a choice. Then it's going to court. I can afford a good lawyer because I have money, but you don't, so it's clear who's going to win. That's terrible. We still don't even know what happened to Louis. This is a time to make things clear. It would have been wise to clarify and document these things before you guys got married. If something happens to him, you'll leave without my grandchild. No way. But first, we need to confirm his safety. I don't believe he's gone. I believe he's still alive. As I watched the news in shock, my mother-in-law Joyce sent me messages that further stunned me. She shares a similar personality with Louis. Since our marriage, I've been caught in between these two strong-willed and selfish people, enduring hardships all along. I had always felt that she didn't truly accept me as her family. But I never expected her to be that crazy, especially in this situation where Louis might be in a disastrous accident. What if something really happened to him? Will my son be taken away from me? I was distraught, not knowing what to do, and just kept trying to confirm his safety. When I called the airline, the line remained busy. His workplace informed me that he had applied for 3 days of paid leave. They weren't sure if he had boarded the scheduled flight or if he was still in Mexico. Overwhelmed with anxiety, I decided to leave Jack with my parents. Then, I obtained an emergency passport and headed to Mexico, at least to be closer to the situation. Hey, have you found Louis yet? The airline isn't helping, so I still don't know. Even when I asked at the airport, they kept saying they didn't know. Then what's the point of you going there? What did you go for? Did you just spend a ton of money to go on a vacation or something? I couldn't possibly think of anything like that in this situation. I might get some information by being here rather than waiting back home. But you don't know anything yet. You're really incompetent. Try harder. What about his phone? Did you get through? No, that didn't work either. Are you sure you're really trying to contact him? Based on the news here, they seem to have located the crash site. It looks like the rescue teams are heading there. So, he might be okay? Still unclear. Just don't get your hopes up too high. He's been stranded in the sea for more than a day. What? You're saying it's better if he doesn't survive? You're such a heartless woman. I'm not thinking that at all. You're just a high school graduate and you don't even speak Spanish, do you? Are you really getting accurate information? I can speak Spanish, you know. Even though you only graduated from high school? You probably speak broken Spanish, right? Can that even get you by locally? I went volunteering abroad instead of going to college, so I can manage daily life and have conversations. Huh? I joined my church to do volunteering in Peru. Were you doing odd jobs abroad because you were so poor? Oh my God, no. Anyway, I can speak Spanish, so I won't misunderstand the news. Well, if so, then make sure you get the information right and find Louis. If something happens to him, I'll never forgive you.
Hey, I'm back, but you're not here. I know you're an incompetent housewife, but can't you even be here to welcome me back? You promised to do so to make up for not properly packing my stuff, didn't you? Breaking your promise, huh? Are you taking me lightly?
Is this?
Listen, be back in 5 minutes. I won't forgive you if you're 1 minute late.
You're home?
Isn't it obvious that I should be home? You're not happy that I'm back?
You're alive. I was so worried that you might be gone.
Huh? Who's gone? I'm back in the States. I'm currently at home.
Is it really true?
Of course. Come home quickly and make dinner.
Weren't you involved in a plane crash?
Crash? What are you talking about?
Because the flight you were supposed to be on crashed, and your name was on the news.
Oh? I rescheduled my return flight, so I canceled the one I was supposed to take.
Plus, your phone wasn't working.
I dropped it in the bathroom during the trip, and it broke. I sent it for repair and have been using a temporary one since coming back.
I see.
Come to think of it, there was some news about an accident when I was coming back. Was that the flight I was supposed to take? I unknowingly dodged the bullet. Seems like when you reach my status, you can avoid danger without
You can get something for yourself.
What's with that high and mighty attitude? Are you trying to starve me to death and get life insurance or something?
Of course not.
Then get on a plane back right now.
I'll do that without you telling me. Oh, wait.
If you get on a plane now, you'll land in about 3 hours. Hurry up. Hey, have you already arrived? Get back home and start cooking. You're such a useless wife.
Well, you see, I'm still in Mexico City.
Why are you still over there? You already confirmed that I'm fine.
Yeah, but...
I told you to get on a plane and come back immediately. Don't tell me a good-for-nothing housewife like you planned to have fun there and then return, do you?
The one who was having fun was you, right?
What are you talking about? I said it was a business trip, didn't I?
But you've been using your paid leave and extending your stays every time, right? I inquired with your company.
I was extending my stay for some rest. What's wrong with that? And you contacted my office?
Yeah, I was worried about you, and I stayed at the same hotel as you. You left something there, right?
Huh?
Who's Maria?
Who?
She came to the hotel to pick up your forgotten item. She said she was your wife.
That's...
And she even has a 1-year-old son, she said. Please explain.
Is there some kind of misunderstanding here?
Misunderstanding?
Because, there's a language barrier. I mean, I'm already surprised that you managed to stay at a very local hotel. You don't even speak Spanish.
Did you forget that I volunteered in Peru in the past? Oh, maybe you forgot because you aren't interested in me. You have Maria, right?
Well,
I'm invited to her house and I'm meeting her family and relatives now.
no way.
They threw you guys a grand wedding 2 years ago, isn't that right? I was shown some pictures.
Well, you see,
You haven't legally married yet because of some paperwork issues. But did I hear it'll be done soon?
Well, I have some obstacles.
Obstacles?
Please, can you not tell Maria anything?
Don't tell her what? Like, I'm the real wife? And we have a 6-year-old child together? Or you were having an affair here while everyone back home was worried about an accident?
All of it.
Wow, you really love her, huh?
No, you're the only one that I love, Shiana. She was just a fling from the beginning.
Huh? You even had a wedding though.
Oh, that? That's because her family meddled in and forced me to do it. I didn't have much choice as she got pregnant. I didn't want to get married at all.
You look happy in the wedding pictures though.
It's a fake smile. And besides, if we ever divorced over there, I'd be hit with some outrageous financial claims because of the customs.
Oh really?
Not to mention, every time I visit, her family constantly nags me for money. I figured it was about time to call it quits. Please, let me end things amicably with her, so play along for now.
How are you planning to do that? Will you stop coming here? Quit contacting her and disavow the child?
Right. It's a natural dissolution. We shouldn't have been together in the beginning because we're from different countries. I'm just trying to make it right.
That's too irresponsible. But I hear there are so many others like you.
Yeah, it happens all the time. I haven't given her my contact information or told her my company name, so don't worry as long as you keep quiet.
Oops, I already did. And by the way, I told her that you and I are married for now, but we'll get divorced soon, so she doesn't need to worry.
No.
I'll file for divorce and make sure to claim alimony. Also, I'll take custody of Jack, so you'll have to pay child support.
No way. He's the heir. There's no way Mom will let him go.
It's all good. There's another one between you and Maria. I'm sure she wouldn't dare to complain. And even if it goes to court, I'm pretty sure I'd win. So, live happily with your other family.
Wait, just wait. It'll affect my image at work if we divorce. I have a certain standing in my company, you know. Please, reconsider.
After I return, I'll go straight back to my parents. We'll discuss the divorce through a lawyer, so please cooperate.
Wait, please. You know I love you. You're the only one. I don't want to be a divorcee. Think it over, will you?
Subsequently, I filed for divorce. I've taken custody and we settled on alimony and child support. Louis had a hard time at his job due to the incident becoming known, leading him to resign. He moved back in with his mother and they were living modestly together for a while. Recently, Maria arrived with the child and began living with them. However, due to her inability to speak any English, as well as dealing with the selfish Joyce and the unhelpful Louis, who didn't assist with household chores or childcare, she lost her patience and returned to Mexico after 3 days. Louis struggled to find a new job while dealing with the twice increased alimony and child support payments. He had to take multiple part-time jobs to make ends meet, never getting a break and living in poverty with his mother. I was able to find a job where I could put my Spanish skills to good use. With the help of my parents, I'll be working hard to balance raising Jack and my career from now on.
Paige, We need to talk immediately. Huh? Today, okay? Are you okay, Mom? I don't want you calling me a mother. You're a loser. What is it all of a sudden? Will you explain what's going on? You don't have any idea? Well, no. I don't even know why you're calling me a loser. Be quiet, you beggar. Now I'm a beggar. Will you please calm down and explain? I can't calm down after seeing your bank account. My bank account? You didn't lock your laptop and left it on the dining table. What? Why are you at my place? Did you make a duplicate key again? We talked about this. Please ask before you come to our house. What are you even doing there? That doesn't matter now. You only have $10 in your account. $10? You work for a big company and your balance is only $10? You must be spending a lot. When you and Alex visited me before you guys got married, I said okay because you had a decent job at a mega company. But your balance is $10? What the hell is this? Are you not making enough or spending too much? Get a divorce right now and get out my son's house. Let me tell you something. I have no recollection of that account. There's no reason for me to leave. You deny what I've surely seen with my own eyes? That's not my account, so I don't know what to do. Oh no, what kind of a person you are? You're such a loser. You're a beggar. You're a spender. All of them are wrong. I feel sorry for Alex. He'll divorce you for sure. Alex, how's your friend's wedding? Hi. Paige, looks like you're ready to listen to me now. I found a divorce paper on the living room table. Huh? Did you enter the house without permission again? That's not important. You're getting a divorce, right? I told Alex about your account, and I guess it worked. Oh, you told him? Then you'd understand. That's Alex's bank account. Don't lie to me, loser. I'm not lying. It's not good to accuse someone without checking the evidence. Alex seemed to be trying to cover for you by saying that. But you signed the divorce papers just as I told you. I was right. You loser, get out of our life. I see. I wanted to give you one last chance. The last chance? I don't care if you believe me or not anymore. Huh? That's enough. Excuse me. What the hell is this? Well, if the divorce is finalized, I don't care about anything else. I will make sure that Alex's old room is clean and tidy. He can come home whenever. Paige, I just finished work. Thanks for your hard work. I saw the text you sent me. I guess it didn't work. Yeah, well, I thought I'd given her one last chance. She has accumulated decades of lousy temperament. Even I couldn't handle it. Are you okay? After all, she's your mother. Are you sure? Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm fine. Actually, a part of me feels good about it. After all, my dad's on the verge of a mental breakdown because of my mom. She's a monster. No one can change her mind. She thinks her way or the highway. I see. I appreciate your concern. I've already over it. I'm fine. Yeah, okay. I'll see you at the new place then. Yes, I'm leaving home now. Paige, what is this all about? I thought you were divorced, but Alex never came home. I went to the house today to check on him, but I couldn't use my key. Not just that, your neighbor told me that there's no one living there now. Where on earth have you taken Alex? Give me back my Alex! Mom, stop texting Paige. Alex, where are you now? Come back to our house as soon as possible. We'll live together again, just like in old times. Live together? Did we ever get along, Mom? What are you talking about? We've been good for a long time. When your father ran away, you stayed with me. Because if I hadn't, he wouldn't have been free. What? You got pregnant with me to keep Dad from leaving you, right? Oh no, that's not true. Dad was terrified by your obsessive behavior. Did you know that he went to see a psychiatrist? Well, so I stayed with you so that Dad could leave and be free. What? But that's over now. What do you mean? I don't ever want to lose Paige. She married me knowing all these things. Huh? What are you talking about? You're already divorced. Nope. Huh? That divorce paper is fake. Fake? You were bothering Paige about the bank account and told her to get a divorce. We wanted to see your reaction when you see the fake divorce paper. I wanted to know if you would listen to what I had to say. That's what we wanted to know. I had to laugh because everything went as badly as I had expected. What? I'm all done with you.
What?
We moved out of the house without telling you.
What are you talking about? What did she do to you? Are you brainwashed? If so, I'll get you a lawyer or something.
I told you we moved most of the money to CD, and that account is mine. You didn't even check it and assumed it was Paige's.
But she only had $10. She must be spending a lot behind you then.
Again, we moved most of the money to CD. I also explained that the account was mine. You didn't listen to me at all. You don't care what I say. You don't care about my feeling.
Alex?
There's no point in talking to you. I'm done.
Huh?
Please do not contact us anymore.
Wait!
Goodbye forever. Immediately after this, both Alex and I changed our phone numbers. This alone was not enough to make us feel secure. We asked his relatives, and they agreed to keep eyes for a while. We started moving to the UK, where Alex's father lives. Alex's dad is running a business there, and Alex is supposed to help him with that. My request to transfer to the UK branch office was approved, and in fact, I have already left for the UK. On the other hand, my mother-in-law somehow learned that we moved somewhere in the UK, but she does not know how to find us. She's stressed out and broke down one day. She lives in a facility where no one comes to visit her.
After she told me about the adoption, I seemed to be passed out. When I woke up, I was in a hospital bed. Fortunately, my children were safe. But since I didn't know what Auntie's future plans were, I was transferred to a hospital near my parents' house, where I managed to have the baby safely. On the other hand, Auntie got divorced and was cut off ties by all the family members. In addition, Auntie's parents, who were my grandparents, had already passed away, and she was left alone in the world. She is now living on her own in the neighboring town and working part-time. According to someone who spotted my aunt later on, she has completely lost the glamour she had as the former president's wife and now looks like a scary elderly woman with white hair.
Tucker, I need to take a trip this weekend. What's going on all of a sudden? Did something happen? It looks like one of my high school friends was just admitted to the hospital. I thought I'd visit her. I'm going to stay over for a small reunion. I see. I'll be staying at a hotel there. You're not staying at your brother's? You know, David is renovating their house now after he inherited it from my parents. They're using my old bedroom as temporary storage. There's no place for me to sleep. That's true. Well, I'm going to visit him as well, but I need to find a hotel to stay. Okay. Hey, I reserved a resort hotel this weekend. I was worried there's no room available because of the short notice, but it's a good thing I called around a bunch of places. The resort hotel you mentioned had a last-minute cancellation. Being a housewife is a great thing for this kind of situation because I have so much free time. We're so lucky. A resort hotel? Huh? I thought you were staying at a regular hotel. Tucker? What is it? A hotel with a lovely spa. Really? There is such a place in your hometown? Was it me who told you that? I've never heard of it. Oh, that. Was it someone else? It was a long time ago. Maybe I heard it from someone else. Maybe David told me, and I thought it was you. Well, maybe. It was a long time ago, so my memory may be a little fuzzy. I'm sorry. I don't remember. That's okay. Oh no, I need to go shopping. It's been a while since I've been away from home, so I'm missing so many things. Oh, I'm still visiting my friend and David. Don't worry about that now. All right. Hi, Tucker. I just arrived at the station. Thanks for letting me know. I'm glad you arrived safely. I'm going to stop by David's place for a bit and then going to visit my friends in the hospital. Then I'm going to have a drink with some friends and head to my hotel. Some of them are staying there as well, so we may chat in the lobby. And like I mentioned, I have a small reunion tomorrow. I may not be able to respond to your call right away. I don't want you to be worried about me. Thank you. If you need me, leave a message or a voicemail. Okay. Tim, I'm all done with my errands. I'm already checked in at the resort hotel. Wondering when you will arrive? I wonder if you're still on the train since you said you'll be here after work. Oh, by the way, Tucker hasn't noticed about us as always. I don't think he ever doubted about his cousin and his wife. I told him that I was just visiting my friend and my brother. Of course, I used Tucker's Amex to make a reservation. The concept of this trip is exactly what it sounds like. Let's have a vacation on my husband's dime. We'll get to make out a lot this weekend. Hi, Susie. Hi, Tim. Just to be sure, can I have the name of the hotel and a room number? It's room 505 at Yotsube Spa and Resort. Come quickly. Okay, I'll be there. Hey, Tim, where are you now? What? Hey, Tucker, it's been 3 years, right? I'm asking where you are. I'm on the train. Are you on your way to the resort?
earlier that you were gonna report me, but this is not how the police work.
That's not what I meant. You also committed a fraud, didn't you?
Huh?
I needed to find out what you're up to, so I hired an agency to do a background check on you.
What?
You lied me about my sister being in an accident. I needed to know if you're lying about anything else.
So you think I've been running a scam?
You've been in and out of scam groups. I was able to get photos and videos of you working for them.
That's how you reported them?
That's right. There was a breaking story on the news earlier about a scam group that's been busted. I've been visiting someone's grave who I have absolutely no connection for 5 years.
I could have put your parents through hell for my scam, but that's not gonna happen, is it?
What are you talking about?
I told you, I'm doing everything for you. I just told you I punished your parents.
What? What the heck did you do to my parents?
Did you know that your parents inherited a substantial amount of your grandfather?
I never heard anything about any inheritance.
Your father was the eldest son, so he got $500,000 in all.
That much?
You tried to contact your parents, but they ignored you, didn't they?
I tried to contact them to check on Sarah, but they ignored me. If those people got that much money, they'd be thinking of spending it all on themselves. They didn't want to give their own daughter a penny, so they ignored me.
I'm sure they tried to cut off all contact and involvement with you, so they wouldn't lose any money. But don't worry, at the point, I was offering them a real estate investment that would increase their money 10 times. Well, there's no such a thing as a good deal in this world.
Don't tell me you deceived them.
That's what I mean.
After that, John was arrested. I heard from a friend in the US. Apparently, he had been doing all kinds of illegal jobs besides fraud. He was sentenced to prison and is now in jail. According to the police investigation, he stated that he was trying to save money for his marriage with me. I was really horrified when I heard the story. I don't think he'll be out of jail for a while. According to my friend, even if he gets out of prison,
has been watched closely by the enemies he made from his life from crime. He probably won't be able to have a normal life anymore. I thought he was a dear childhood friend. I am very sad that it ended like this. I just can't keep looking back at the past. My sister has moved here with her husband. I hope we can all live together peacefully from now on.
Are you home yet? Yeah, I just got home from the OBGYN. How was your checkup today? They said everything was fine. How's your business trip going? Everything here is fine too. I'm really sorry about the timing of my business trip. It really sucks that my boss knows my wife is in the last month of pregnancy and doesn't care. Well, it's not a long business trip. My aunt and her husband live 10 minutes away by car, so don't worry. If something happens, I have them. Don't worry and have a great time at work. Oh, I'll be fine. It's really nice to have relatives nearby you can rely on, isn't it? Uh-oh, I'll miss the plane if I don't get ready. I'll see you later. Okay, have a safe trip home. Autumn! Oh, is that you, Carter? Hey, babe, are you already on the plane? What's wrong? Don't worry about me. Where are you now? I'm at the nearby supermarket, but I'm a little tired, so I'm resting at the food court. What are you so frantic about? What's wrong? Get out of there right now. What? Don't go near the house. Get away from there as fast as you can. My stomach's a little upset right now. Yeah, but get out of there now. Don't go back to the house. It's an emergency. Hurry. What? What's going on? Oh yeah, ask your aunts to pick you up and hide you. We are in real trouble if we waste time. What? You've got to get out of there. Carter, you're not explaining it well enough. I don't understand. What do you mean, don't go home? Even if I go to my aunt's house, I need a change of clothes and some other things. You can't go back for them. Mom knows we are not divorced. Your mother, she knows where we live and she's on her way to our house. I'll tell you all about it later. Okay, got it. Autumn, you haven't divorced Carter yet. How could you trick me and go on doing as you please? I won't forgive you. As I told you before, I don't want a daughter-in-law who can't bear children. I told you when you first married him, and you didn't conceive within a year, did you? That means you had to divorce as soon as possible. And yet you still clung to Carter and didn't divorce him. You're so brazen, not even considering his feelings. You're not handling what needs to be done. That's why I came with the divorce papers. You will divorce Carter by the end of the day. You can't trick me by pretending you are not home. Get out here immediately. You know what will happen if you ignore your mother-in-law any longer. Carter, I'm at my aunt's house. Well, good. That's great. I'm sorry about earlier. I was in too much of a hurry and didn't explain. Everything's okay? I feel like I dodged a bullet for the time being. Someone with child-rearing experience. Well then, I'll visit your house again tomorrow. Tell Autumn to make sure she was everything cleaned up and ready to welcome me. You're right, she's going to have a baby soon. And knowing it's going to be born soon, what kind of an intellect would order her, a pregnant woman, to clean the house? Huh? She's the wife, so it's only natural that she should be ready to receive her husband's mother. Listen, you shouldn't spoil her just because she's pregnant. Even if she's in the last month of pregnancy, she needs to do her work. A wife who can't even do that is not worth keeping. That's why my brother ran away. Why can't you understand such a simple thing? Carter? I hate to think that such a person is my mother. I've had enough. I'm washing my hands of you. Huh? I won't reply again. Goodbye. Come on, Carter. What did I do wrong? Carter? Carter? Hey, I just came to your house. What's this about you moving out? And I just realized that this is a weekly apartment. Don't tell me you were planning to move all along. I didn't know anything about that. Hey, Carter! Hey, please, let me live with you. Actually, your father divorced me. My sister just cut off our relationship too, so you are the only one I can rely on. You must feel sorry for your mother. Please help me. Carter! Hey, please answer me. The night I declared to sever all ties with my mother, I moved our belongings out of the house and we got out of there. Actually, the transfer request I submitted to the company was accepted. My current residence is a weekly apartment that I rented in a time being. The next day, my mother showed up at my former home again. But when she heard from a neighbor that we had moved out, she left, squealing and hissing loudly. After that, she moved into a relative's house. She kept complaining every day, saying, "It's not my fault, it's the wife's fault." She was a parasite that didn't work and stressed everyone out. After 2 months, she was kicked out of the house and finally was abandoned by all her relatives and isolated from the rest of the family. She is now living alone and is lonely, working at a living job she finally found. You should at least take care of your own pension yourself. When I reported this incident to my parents, they had a family meeting that weekend with my sister and her husband. Then it turned out that my sister had just done all that on her own, and her husband, Tam, had started job hunting with an eye to the future. 4 months later, he got a new job with a higher salary than his previous one. However, he did not know about my sister's attempt to extort money from me for her pension and school fees, and he apologized to me a lot. My sister was scolded severely by Tam, but she showed no signs of remorse because she had been complaining and whining about me for a long time. They finally had a big quarrel. They're on the verge of divorce. I think it'd be better for Tam. My sister said, "I'm not going to depend on you no matter what." And I am at peace so far.
Hey, it's such a happy day. What do you mean you can't come? Ashley, as I explained to you earlier, my mother passed away. I heard about that. I'm asking why you can't come over here. I'm sorry, it's so sudden. I was surprised too. Today is the first birthday celebration of a relative's child. I'm very happy for you, but I'm afraid Cash and I can't come this time. Why can't even Cash come? His wife's mother passed away. As a husband, isn't it only natural for him to attend the funeral? Don't just decide according to your set of rules. We have our own rules. It's a happy occasion, so I won't allow him to miss it. I'm sorry. We'll celebrate at a later date. I told you before that it's a gathering of relatives. I won't allow you to cancel our plans just for a funeral that popped up later. You and Cash, come home right now. My father passed away 3 years ago, and I have to be the pallbearer. I don't care about your parents' funeral. It's important to me. I want to give her a proper send-off. Just blow it off and come over here. It won't make any difference whether you're there or not. What a thing to say. Didn't your mother do your father's funeral? Of course she did. He was the head of the family. We had to send him off in style. I feel the same way. She raised my sister and me with love. There are many people who will come to say goodbye to her. As a daughter, I want to say goodbye to her. It's only about 20 people. My husband's family had over 100. I don't want to compete. How long will it take you to get back? Take off your funeral clothes. It's bad luck. We're celebrating a happy occasion. I don't want any gloom. I'm saying I can't go back. You're putting Cash in an awkward position. He's the heir to the family. You want to live in this town from now on and be ostracized by all your relatives? That's not good, but... Then you should get out of that thing and come here. You have to show that you're a good wife. I think there are priorities. Maybe next time. If you're that stubborn, get a divorce. Huh? You don't have to come back. If you love your mother so much, you should get in a coffin with her. But Cash, send him over here. Just wait a minute. You've been away from home since the day before yesterday. You have no sense of responsibility even though you're my daughter-in-law. You gave us permission, didn't you? I forgot about the birthday party. If I'd remembered it, I wouldn't have let you go. I've got a lot of formalities to go through, so I thought I'd stay here for a week or so. Oh my God, you are the most irresponsible person I've ever met. There are no wives like you anywhere. I can't believe you won't listen to your mother-in-law. The funeral started, so if you'll excuse me, I'm sorry. Hey, you! Wait! Get off your ass and do your duty as a wife! My mother-in-law is really annoying. My name is Yvonne. I'm 32 years old. I live with my husband in his hometown, at his mother's house. My father-in-law has passed away, so the three of us live together. It's torture living with my mother-in-law. At first, she pretended to be nice. She was very calm and gentle. I thought, I can get along with her. Once I started living with her thinking that, she gradually began to reveal her true nature. I am working and my mother-in-law is home every day. She does not do any housework but complains about every little thing. She has complained to my husband on more than one occasion. My husband has asked me if I wanted to move out of the house, but my work schedule made it impossible for me to leave this place for the time being. I had to be patient. I couldn't concentrate on my mother's funeral. The staff at the funeral home called me to the lobby. My mother-in-law interfered with my mother's funeral in the most ridiculous way. Ashley, what are you doing to me? What is it? What did I do? Please don't play dumb. I was called by the funeral hall staff and came out to the lobby. You've been making prank calls to the funeral home and honking your horn in the parking lot. This is going to ruin the funeral. You and Cash come over here and I'll stop harassing you. You can't drive. And who is the one honking the horn? It's none of your business. Why do you want me to go to the celebration so badly? I don't want people to think I'm a mother-in-law who can't control my son's wife. Your relatives are family. Why do you have to look good? If I tell you to come back, you come back. Then they'll be impressed with how well I've trained you. I'm not a dog. Please stop thinking about discipline and control. A wife is like a pet. If you get the training wrong the first time, you'll have a hard time after that. Please don't interfere with the funeral. I want everyone to say goodbye to my mother. I can't say goodbye to her with all the noise. Then come back. There's still the casket and the burial to go to. If I, the eldest, leave, my sister will be nervous. You want me to come to the graveyard? That's fine with me, but I don't think you'd like that, would you? I don't think your relatives will be happy if I leave my parents' funeral behind and come over to celebrate a birthday. Nobody knows anything about the funeral. Oh, you haven't told them? You want me to tell them? Or are you trying to get money, nasty woman? I mean, there's a big difference between just not going and not going because of a funeral. If I told someone that my mother passed away, I'm sure anyone with common sense would understand. Are all your relatives like you? Yes, they are a sensible family, unlike your insane one. Don't worry, I didn't say you wouldn't attend. If you come now, you can make it. Ashley, has Cash called you? He's very angry. He doesn't matter. He doesn't understand the importance. You're right. The birthday present is $1,000. That much? I've been very indebted to that family for a long time. The birth of their long-awaited first son should be worth that much. I understand. I've prepared an envelope for you to put it in with my congratulations. Okay, I'll leave you to it.
You're not done yet? I'm waiting at home. What are you waiting for? Hurry up and come home.
Cash and I are already at the relative's house. What are you doing, Ashley?
What? I was waiting at home for you to pick me up.
It's a 20-minute walk. Why didn't you come by yourself?
Did you give them the congratulatory gift? I hope you gave the right amount.
Yes, I gave them $100.
You just gave it to them without me? I said $1,000. $100 is too little. That's not right.
Everyone gave $50 to $100.
That's why we're special. I'll apologize and give them the remainder. So give me the other $900 immediately.
It's obvious. You were going to take out $900, weren't you?
Do you think I would be so stingy?
I do.
I'm on my way. I'll tell you a thing or two.
Maybe you shouldn't come.
Why not?
I don't know what's gonna happen.
What?
They're all very angry.
Why?
They are wondering what kind of mother-in-law would ask her daughter-in-law's parents' funeral to be cancelled.
Why did you tell them?
We had to tell them why we were late, didn't we? I was worried that they were all crazy like you, but I'm glad they all understood. I went to the house in tears and everyone was worried about me. I was relieved to hear that you were the only one who was crazy.
This is between you and me. You made a big deal out of it.
No, you're the one who got us all into this mess. Even the birthday celebration was supposed to be a small family affair. But you intervened and told us to have a big party with lots of people, didn't you?
It's more fun that way. It's a happy occasion. What's wrong with that?
I heard that even in the countryside, there aren't people who give $1,000. I was about to be fooled.
That's enough. I won't go to the celebration. Say hi to everyone for me.
It's not just a celebration. You'd better realize that you won't be invited to all the weddings and funerals in the future. Even if you want to go, you'll be uninvited.
Why not?
Doing this to the daughter of the president who's been so kind to you, everyone says they don't even want to think of you as their relative.
What do you mean?
They wanted to go to the president's funeral themselves, but they also said it was sad that they were not allowed to attend so as not to burden the employees.
Who's the boss?
Do you know of a chain of commercial facilities that operates mainly in rural areas?
Nyasco, right? There's one near my house. Of course I know of it. But so what?
It's a medium-sized shopping mall. It's very much appreciated by people in rural areas that don't even have shopping malls.
Many of my relatives and neighbors work there. I believe you work there part-time or something?
It's been talked about in the media as a way to help solve the local employment problem.
So what's the point? Tell me already.
It was my mother who developed Nyasco.
What?
She was the president of Nyasco Corporation.
Your mother was the president? Why didn't you tell me?
When we greeted each other before our wedding, my mother told me that she would decide whether or not to tell you about her business.
She didn't tell me.
That's what I meant. My mother decided she shouldn't tell you.
Why not?
When you're the president of a big company, there's no end of people asking for money.
Are you saying I'm like that?
In fact, you are so dirty with money that you even tried to steal the birthday money. You took advantage of a child's celebration and tried to make $900. There's no limit to the extent of your greed. That's my mother. She saw right through it.
You're out of line. You are disrespecting your mother-in-law.
If I knew you were such a mother-in-law, why do you think I moved in with you?
Because Cash, who loves his mother, suggested it, right?
No, it was because I needed to stay here for a while for the opening of Nyasco's new store.
What?
I am not a part-timer. I was an area manager in charge of setting up and managing the store.
What's an area manager? I don't understand. Is that big?
It's not big. It's a job with a lot of responsibility.
You're just a low-level worker, so don't get all smug about it.
I'm not an area manager anymore.
Don't tell me you were fired for being too incompetent. Well, that makes sense. Do you want me to do it for you?
No thanks. You're the only one I won't be hiring under my authority.
Who do you think you are? Will you stop being an insane, unemployed person?
I am not unemployed. I'm taking over as president of the company in accordance with my mother's wishes.
What?
I'll be working at the head office, so I'm moving out and moving back to Tokyo. I will start a new life in Tokyo with cash, so...
Wait a minute.
Please live quietly in this peaceful town without being bothered by anyone.
You're not taking me with you?
The house my mother left behind is certainly large, so it's not impossible to invite you.
Then it's settled. I've always wanted to live in Tokyo. I've always longed to live in the city.
I'm not going to invite the trash who interrupted my mother's funeral and didn't even let me take my time to say goodbye.
What?
Today, my sister and I promised to toast together while looking at my mother's portrait. Now she's waiting for me to come home alone because of Trashly.
I think you're talking to the wrong person. I am your mother-in-law.
What's wrong with calling you Trashly? Acting like trash and talking so big?
Just because you're the president doesn't mean you can act so high and mighty. Oh my, some people change when they have money.
Shut up, Trashly.
Don't say that.
Ashley is such a pretty name. It doesn't suit you, so I changed it. I left you with Ash. You should be happy. Or I'll call you Trash. I feel sorry for the Lee used for a trash name like yours.
Smart-ass girl.
Cash loved our mother too. He adored her more than his own parents. That's why he's so angry about this. He says he doesn't mind if we cut off our relationship with you.
Cash has nothing to do with this. He is my son. Of course he would take my side.
You really are an idiot. Cash started a new family. That's his priority.
Don't take away my son too.
That's okay. You have your thug boyfriend.
Huh?
A scumbag with no money and no teeth whom you've been dating since your husband was still alive. The youngest of 8 brothers, Butch, 59 years old. You two are a perfect couple. Trashley was arrested. Unfortunately, it was her first offense, so she was just fined. Perhaps it would have been easier to go to jail, because she was cut off from 8/10 of the town, or should I say plenty of the town. It seems that she was completely ostracized by the people. By the way, do you know what the other 2/10 of the town are? I heard it's to lend a hand at least for the funerals and the fires. I wonder if there's anyone who can give a hand to Trashley. As for me, my work is so hard that I don't even have time to worry about Trashley. Once again, I realize how great my mother was. I'm going to do my best to fulfill my mother's wish, which was to cheer up Japan.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Hey sis, long time no see. Helen, why don't you respond? Who are you? Come on, don't act like you don't know me. I'm your little sister, Emma. Emma? I thought I blocked you 5 years ago. Why are you texting me? That's terrible. How can you block your own sister? Mom and Dad have cut me off, so when I ask them to give me your contact information, they ignore me. I had to create another phone number to contact you, you know. I can't believe you went through all that trouble to contact me. You must have something really important to tell me, right? What? I told you I will never forgive you. I told you never to contact me again. You're so cold. Are you still mad at me? It's been 5 years. Forget about the past. Besides, we're sisters. Can't I at least text you? I don't consider you my sister. You took my husband away from me. You may forget it, but I'll never forget it. You're still holding on to that? You're a vindictive sister, aren't you? Emma, you seduced my husband when I wasn't looking. Of course I'm still mad because you ruined my family. It couldn't be helped. It's your fault for letting your guard down. If you don't want to lose your husband, you need to refine yourself as a woman. If you're off guard after getting married, a hot girl like me would take your husband away from you. Well, in a way, I'm grateful to you too. Because of you, I realized that my ex-husband was a man who would be swayed by a slut like you. Don't talk like that. It's natural for a man to choose a beautiful woman over an ugly one. So what do you want? I'm busy right now. I don't have time for your nonsense. Nonsense? Oh, you're so icy. I had to tell you something today. What is it? I'm actually expecting a baby. Wow, congratulations. Aren't you surprised? Not really. Whose baby do you think it is? You stole Alex from me and you're having a baby with him, right? No, I'm not. Alex and I broke up a long time ago. What? You're divorced already? It's not that surprising, is it? Divorces are nothing unusual nowadays. It's natural to break up when love grows cold. Love grows cold? In your case, you stole my husband away from me to get married. That's how much you loved Alex, right? Mom and Dad couldn't forgive you for stealing my husband away from me. They even banned you from visiting their house. Of course I liked Alex at first, but after a year together I got bored. Bored? When we used to date while hiding from you, it was fun and thrilling. But when Alex was completely mine, there's not much stimulation. Alex is just an ordinary guy, you know. To be honest, it's boring to be with him. You ruined my family. You are such a terrible person. I'm sorry. I feel like I treated Alex like disposables. I should have returned him to you before throwing him away. No thanks. I don't even like Alex anymore. So you have a new husband now, right? I'm not married yet. What? You're okay with having a baby before getting married? I'd like to avoid that, so I'm thinking I'll have to get registered soon. My boyfriend, who is the father of my baby, says he wants to marry me too. Well, that's great. Well, I wish you all the best. The conversation is over now. No. What? Helen, here's the thing. Huh? Who do you think is the father of the child? I don't know. He's going to be your sister's husband. You're not interested? I'm not interested. It doesn't matter to me. Well, I'll give you a hint. He's the one who was closest to you.
Who's that?
Max. Max? Yep, I stole your husband again.
My husband?
Max is your husband. He's so cool. He's a famous dancer. You know, Helen, you found a pretty nice guy for a plain 30-something woman like you. I can't believe you got married to a super hot dancer before I knew it.
What?
But he's too good for you, so I stole him from you.
Max is not my husband.
Huh? What's wrong, Helen? Maybe you're too shocked. You don't even know who your own husband is?
I know what I'm saying. He's really not my husband.
I see. Poor Helen.
Huh?
You don't want to admit that your sister took your husband. That's why you're trying so hard to deflect reality.
I think I'm looking at reality. By the way, where did you meet Max?
My friend invited me to a group blind date and Max was there. I hadn't seen you for years. I didn't even know if you got married. So at first I just thought he was a really cool guy. But when I sat down next to him and talked to him, he surprised me. He was your husband. I flirted with him as much as I could.
Oh, I see.
It's a small world, isn't it? I'm sorry. I'm always stealing your important people.
No, it's okay. I don't really care about him. But are you sure you're okay with Max?
You're playing tough again. I'm sure your husband will ask you for a divorce soon. Be sure to comply straightforwardly. You and Max don't have any children yet, right? Just give up on him and look for another husband. You're already 32 years old. You'll lose your chance if you don't act soon.
You know what, Emma? Let me ask you something. Why did you think Max was my husband?
What? Max himself told me.
He did?
He said Helen is my wife, but he also said you're prettier than her, so I'm getting together with you.
I see.
That means you lost to me. Well, there's no way you can beat me, Helen.
I've always wondered, why do you go after my boyfriend or husband? Ever since we were teenagers, whenever I had a boyfriend, you always tried to steal him away.
It's payback.
What? Payback? Payback for what? Did I do something bad to you?
Ever since we were kids, you've been an honor student who's good at studying, playing sports. You've always had a good reputation among the teachers at school. I've always been compared to you, and I've always felt frustrated.
Huh? That's not my fault, is it?
Why is that? I had a rough childhood because of you. Do you know how I felt when I was always told that my sister was so much better than me?
It may have been hard for you to be compared to me, but you were always trying to look for an easy way out. You always tried to take it easy and never put any effort into your studies or sports. You were always skipping school. I wasn't born with talent. I worked harder than anyone else, and that's why I got the results I did.
There you go. You always told me to work hard. That kind of honor student attitude pisses me off.
Well,
I was a total failure in everything I did. The only thing I had that was better than you was my face, so I used my beauty as a weapon. That's how I decided to steal your boyfriends.
That's absurd. So you were competing against me for such a stupid reason.
When I stole your boyfriend and saw the look of frustration on your face, I felt a sense of accomplishment.
You're such a wicked person.
But don't worry, I'm satisfied now that I'm giving birth to your husband's child. This is the end of my revenge. I want to get married before the baby is born. You should just admit defeat and divorce your husband.
I'm not even married to him, and you're asking me to divorce him.
You may not like it, but I need to get married as soon as possible. I heard from a friend of mine. I heard that everything is just easier if you get married and start living together before the baby is born.
I guess so.
That's why I want you to leave your husband as soon as possible. In exchange, when the baby is born, I'll tell you first.
You don't have to tell me.
Don't be shy. You want to see pictures of the baby, right?
I don't need to see them.
Don't say that. It's me and Max's baby. The baby is going to be so cute. I'll send you lots of pictures. Look forward to it. Helen, I'm so touched. Thank you for divorcing your husband so quickly.
What?
Thanks to you, Max and I are now a married couple. I'm so glad. To be honest, I was worried if you would leave your husband before I had the baby. but you're so kind, Helen. You backed down gracefully for your little sister's sake. I'll pay you compensation, so please forgive me for taking your husband away from you. I'm not divorced and I don't want compensation. What? Why are you lying? Do you regret leaving him now? I didn't leave my husband. Are you going to be so stubborn again? Max said he's single now. He's single because he divorced you. So you really got married to Max? That's right. You may have a hard time from now on, but hang in there. What? What do you mean hard time? He's a successful top-class dancer. I'm not going to have a hard time. Instead, I'm going to live a gracious life. A gracious life? So I'll pay you compensation as much as you want. I don't want compensation. Why not? I stole your husband away from you. You have the right to demand compensation from me. I think you're wrong about that. Anyway, I can't get compensation. You don't have to be so stubborn. Well, if you ever need money, just let me know. You're divorced and heading straight for poverty. You don't have to be shy. Okay. Helen, sorry to have kept you waiting. I gave birth to the baby of the man I stole from you. A cute little girl who looks just like Max. I'm sorry for you, Helen. He divorced you before I had the baby, but I'm happy I took away your happiness. I'll be happy for you. Max is crazy about our daughter, too. First of all, congratulations on the birth. But I'm going to say it again. That man is not my husband. Huh? I didn't tell you for a long time because you kept talking about it one-sidedly. I have a husband and a child. Of course, my husband is not Max. He's someone else. What? You've already remarried? If you have a child, does that mean your new husband had a child? No, I got married to my current husband 2 years after my divorce from Alex. Our child is 2 years old now. You're lying. So it's true that Max isn't your husband? That's what I've been saying all along. But he said you're his wife. Such a troublesome person. He has a habit of telling lies. So he was lying to me? It's true that after I divorced Alex, I started going out with Max, who was introduced to me by a friend of mine. But we were together only for a short time and we broke up early. Of course, we never got married. Then why did Max lie about you being his wife? When I broke up with Max, he made a big fuss saying he didn't want me to leave him. Max wanted to marry me. Even after we broke up, Max and his parents followed me around for a while. Oh my god, even his parents? After I started dating my current husband, they stopped following me. He had a desire for me to be his wife. Maybe that's what he told you, that I was his wife. Oh no, so you're saying that I wasn't able to take your husband away from you? I'm afraid so. You surprised me. We've only been dating for a little over a month. I couldn't believe he called me his wife. I was also horrified that Max was still obsessed with me. Helen, you should have told me that earlier. I was so happy to think I'd succeeded in plundering your husband. Well, he's my ex-boyfriend, so just let it go at that. No way. It's boring to be with a guy you've already broken up with. Let me ask you something. If you knew Max wasn't my husband, you wouldn't have married him? No, that's not true, because Max is a famous dancer. Too bad he wasn't your husband, but I got a rich and handsome husband. I'm happy with that. That's the thing. And might you believe he's a famous dancer? Wait, is that a lie too? Bingo. Ugh. Max probably said I'm a famous dancer. But Emma, have you ever been to one of his performances? Have you seen him on TV or on the internet? Come to think of it, I've never seen him perform. I know Max likes to dance, but he's by no means famous. He uploads his dance videos on video sites every once in a while, but the number of views is always in the single digit. What? So he's not a famous dancer, but a self-proclaimed dancer. He's actually a poor freelancer. A freelancer? Did you really think Max was a professional dancer? Well, he was practicing his dances very hard, and when he took off his clothes, he was so muscular. He's not muscular because he's a dancer. I think he's muscular because he works part-time doing hard labor. I broke up with him because he wanted to be a kept man. A kept man? It's fine to dream that he'll be a famous dancer someday, but in reality he's a freelancer living off his parents' money. It's fine if he's earning enough to feed himself, even if he only has a part-time job. But in Max's case, he had no intention of becoming independent. He wanted to marry me, but I didn't want to support a dreamy kept man, so I left him quickly.
Wait a minute. So Max married me so that he could be supported by me?
Probably. You're a full-time employee. He probably thought he wouldn't have to work if he got married to you, and could devote himself to dancing.
Oh no, you're terrible, Helen.
Why me?
If you told me about Max's true identity earlier, I wouldn't have gone after him.
Well, you were about to have a baby. I couldn't say you shouldn't go for Max. Besides, you married Max because you liked his handsome face, right?
True, Max is handsome, but handsome alone is not enough to make a living. I just had a baby and I can't support my husband by myself.
Maybe it's too late to say that. You do your best to earn money, or you should get Max to work too.
I've got an idea. Helen, let's trade husbands.
What?
I'll give Max to you. Give me your husband.
Excuse me?
You said you met your husband at your workplace, right? So your husband is a company employee, right?
Yes, but
I'd rather marry a stable company employee than a self-proclaimed dancer.
what a nonsense. Husbands are not things. Don't say so easily that you want to trade husbands. You were so preoccupied with plundering my husband that you couldn't see Max's true nature. But you chose Max of your own will, and you already have a child. You should be happy with Max.
That's impossible. I can't be happy with a dreamy freelancer.
Well then, good luck taking care of the baby and your husband.
I don't like this, Helen. Help me. What am I going to do now?
I don't know. You're on your own.
Helen!
Emma is still married to Max, a self-proclaimed dancer who's chasing his dream. Rumor has it that Emma leaves her child at a daycare center and works. But she's exhausted from work, childcare, and taking care of her husband. She's now looking 10 years older than she used to look. Even if she tries to ask her parents for help, her parents have cut ties with her, so they won't help her. As for Max's parents, just like Max, they only think of depending on Emma, so they won't help Emma either. Emma regrets that it wasn't supposed to be like this. As for me, I am spending my lively days with my sweet husband and my lovely 2-year-old daughter. And recently I found out that I am pregnant with my second child. I'm looking forward to the birth of our second child together with my family.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Good evening, Sandy. Got some time now?
Tina, good evening.
It's been a while. How have you been?
Fine. It's unusual for you to contact me.
Well, you know, we exchanged numbers, but we never talked since then.
So, what's up?
Actually, I have good news. I thought I'd tell my sister-in-law about it.
A good news?
I got a job.
Oh, congratulations. Where are you going to work?
At a hotel. Star Hotel in front of the station.
Oh, the Star Hotel.
It's famous. You know that, right? Isn't it great? I got hired at the front desk of a luxury hotel. After I graduated from college, I couldn't find a job, so my family was worried about me. I'm glad I found a good part-time job.
What? Oh, it's a part-time job.
What? Is it bad to be a part-timer?
No, it's not like that. You've been working here and there for about 10 years. When you told me you got a job, I thought you finally got a full-time job.
They weren't looking for a full-time. Doesn't change the fact that I'm going to work. I've been living at home all my life, and my parents have been nagging me to get independent as soon as possible. I'm going to make a lot of money and live on my own.
That's a good attitude. I'll support your decision.
Tomorrow is my first day at work. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe someone famous will come. I'm beautiful, so I might get attention from a handsome celebrity. I might even be able to marry before having to live alone.
Well, it's not that easy, but...
Oh, are you jealous of me? Well, I don't think you will be able to pay to stay at my hotel or work for my hotel.
You don't think so?
Why would you? You didn't finish your high school.
How could my brother marry someone like you? I can't even believe you dropped out of high school. Are you talking about that again? I think I've explained this to you before. I had to drop out for family reasons. After that, I studied on my own and got a lot of certifications. I'm an independent woman now. You should not talk to me like that. But you are still a dropout, and you always dress so plain and tacky. On the other hand, I have a college degree and I'm stylish and beautiful. I'm perfect for the front desk of a luxury hotel. Tina, did you text to make fun of me? No, I just wanted to tell you about my new job. I'm sorry I got carried away with my bragging. It must be upsetting to hear that your sister-in-law got a job at a luxury hotel. No, I'm not. But it is frustrating, isn't it? Not at all. You don't have to be so tough. Poor Sandy, inferior to her sister-in-law in every way. I really didn't want to say this, but if you're going to make fun of me like that, I'll tell you something. I'm planning to stay at the Star Hotel this weekend. What? You? My luxury hotel? Yes, I am. You've got to be kidding me. There's no way you are staying at my hotel. I'm not kidding. Maybe you heard I work at Star Hotel. Did you get frustrated and decided to stay there? The weekends are already booked. You can't get a room if you want to stay now. Of course, I have already booked a room. About 3 months ago. What? If you think I'm lying, check the reservations tomorrow. There should be a twin room reserved under my name. Oh no. Do you really have a reservation? But why are you staying at my hotel? Because it's our 20th anniversary. Are you staying with my brother? Yes, we're both usually busy with work, so we decided to stay at a hotel and relax. What's that? I haven't heard anything about that from my brother at all. I see. Well, we're only staying one night. That's terrible. I'm sure my brother knows I work there. I guess he didn't think it was necessary to tell you. Why not? We're siblings. He could have told me. Ever since your brother and I got married, you have been picking on me every time we see each other. High school dropout, you're ugly, and so on. Because you actually dropped out and you're ugly. You don't deserve my brother. He's worried about your attitude. Maybe he decided to keep it a secret until the very last minute. He was worried about what you would do if you found out we were staying at the Star Hotel. I was trying to save my brother. Save him? Because I feel sorry for him. He's stuck with a poorly educated bottom feeder. I can't believe you've been married for 20 years. You're always unhappy with me. Of course. I still want you to divorce him. Unfortunately, we're still married. We're staying the weekend. Hey, are you sure that you're okay? About what? The cost of the room. Our hotel costs $1,000 a night. I know that, of course, because I looked it up and booked it in advance. But you knew that and you booked it? But you're so poor. I'm poor? Oh, I see. You're going to make my brother pay, aren't you? You're so selfish and said you wanted to stay at a luxury hotel anyway, didn't you? That's extravagant for a poor person. A cheap hotel for less than $50 a night is enough for those at the bottom of the pile. I feel sorry for my brother, who has to pay so much. We're going to split the cost between us. And I'm not rich, but I'm not that poor. Okay, you don't have to be so tough. I can tell by your outfit, you obviously don't have much money. I just like simple clothes. Are you really going to come to my hotel? Why don't you cancel it now and move to another hotel? I'm not canceling. We're staying less than a week away. That's not cool. If someone like you comes to stay here, it will ruin the prestige of this luxury hotel. You're so rude to your guests. I won't accept you as a guest. Whatever. Anyway, I'm staying at your hotel with my husband. See you then. Tina, answer your phone. Tina. Oh, hello. Are you in such a rush? Is something wrong? Aren't you working at the hotel today? I'm off today. We just arrived at the Star Hotel and they told me my reservation had been cancelled. Huh? And since it was cancelled the day before, I was told to pay 80% of the cancellation fee. But I didn't cancel anything, so can you explain what's going on? No, I don't want to explain. It was you, wasn't it? I don't know anything about it. Please, be honest with me. You didn't like it when you found out I was staying there. I don't know anything about it. So do you think someone other than you cancelled the reservation? I don't know. Maybe you thought you made a reservation, but you didn't. Maybe you made a reservation for another hotel by mistake? That can't be true. I have a confirmation mail, and it was cancelled. So I guess you should pay the cancellation fee and get out of here. I don't remember canceling the reservation. Maybe it's an error in the reservation system. Either way, it can't be helped if it's cancelled. Why don't you find another hotel? Even if I have no choice, I can't leave without a satisfactory reason. Whatever. You're not a person who deserves to be in a luxury hotel in the first place. You should give up gracefully. To be honest, I don't care about your 20th wedding anniversary. My brother should break up with you sooner or later. I see. It can't be helped. I'll check with the hotel manager. Huh? I asked the front desk staff. They said they didn't know why it was cancelled, and you don't seem to know anything either. We'll just have to ask the hotel's top management, won't we? Hey, don't do that. Why not? Because the manager is busy. You shouldn't call him up. So you want to tell me the truth? What? Tina, you know, don't you? You know why my reservation was cancelled. If you don't say anything, I'll go directly to the manager now. Okay, I did it. Oh, you're so quick to admit it. I did cancel your reservation, but don't get my manager involved. Well, then why did you do it? Because I couldn't let you come to our hotel. You do not have a status to stay at my hotel just because you're my brother's wife. I see. So don't ask my manager. Just go home, please. That's not how it works. Well, you canceled the reservation that I made 3 months ago. It's not the right thing for hotel staff to do. I didn't mean to do anything wrong. I canceled the reservation to protect the hotel's reputation. I did the right thing. Then you're fired. Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean I'm fired? Hey! Are you still sleeping? Please pick up the phone. Hey, Sandy! Good morning, Tina. Oh, you finally answered. I've been calling you all day. Why don't you pick up? I'm so sorry. It's been a while since I slept without an alarm. I overslept. Did you stay at our hotel by any chance? Yes, it was very comfortable. I thought I had canceled your reservation. I was upset that someone canceled my reservation without my permission, but I asked the manager to fix it. Oh no. By the way, aren't you going to work today? I was going to come to work, but I was told not to come anymore. Huh? I got fired. Oh, that's right. That's right. I knew you told the manager. I told you not to say anything unnecessary. I didn't have to. The manager knew you were up to no good. What? After receiving a report from the front desk staff who were at work that day, the manager checked the security cameras. They caught you canceling the reservation without permission. Huh? A security camera? You just joined the company, so you didn't know about it? I knew there were security cameras installed, but... According to the manager, they recently installed a high-performance camera that allows you to clearly see what's going on around your hand and on your computer's reservation screen. Oh no. I mean, your entire crime was recorded. When I contacted the manager, he already knew everything. But firing me, just because of that, is a bit much. I don't think so. First of all, you shouldn't have tried to stay at a fancy hotel. I wanted to help you, a poor person, not to waste your money. What are you talking about? Because what you're wearing is always so shabby. What? Shabby? You're always in your plain suits. You don't wear much makeup, and you don't wear any jewelry. You have no money, right? I just like to dress simply. Jewelry gets in the way of my work, to be honest. I don't like to dress up too much. Don't be so tough on me, you poor thing. No wonder you're fired after all. What? You disrespect your regular customers and cancel reservations without permission. You did a terrible thing.
Regulars?
That's right.
You? No, right? Was my brother a regular?
I'm the regular.
Wait a minute, who are you?
I'm a business owner.
Huh?
I thought your brother told you. You don't know anything?
I just heard that you run your own company. My brother once told me that.
You assumed I was a poorly educated bottom feeder. I guess you didn't believe your brother's story, but I started my own business 10 years ago and I'm the president. I often use Star Hotel for both private and business use. I know the manager very well.
No way. I thought you were a low-paid office worker.
Well, when I started, I was underpaid, but I worked hard to get here.
I can't believe it. I can't believe you became a president.
Once you enter the workforce, your educational background doesn't matter much. In fact, you were a part-timer after you graduated from college. When I heard you were going to work at Star Hotel, I thought we'd meet at the hotel someday. Too bad you've been fired now, so we'll never see each other again.
Wait a minute. If you know the manager, will you ask them to consider it again?
Huh?
You got to stay at the hotel after all, didn't you? Then there's no problem.
I don't think that's possible.
Why not?
Even if I wasn't a regular guest, I wouldn't cancel a guest's reservation without permission. I don't think a luxury hotel wants to keep an employee like you.
I won't do it again. I'll let you stay at our hotel. Please, don't fire me.
You can't ask me what to do.
We're family.
I'm just a guest and I can't help you.
Please, do something about it.
I can't. Give up and find another job.
I don't want to. I just got a job at a luxury hotel. Sandy, please help me. Sandy, can we talk?
Hi, Tina. I'm at work. Can we do this later?
It's an emergency.
What?
I need to borrow some money.
What?
I've been looking for a job since I got fired from the hotel, but no one will hire me. I don't have a place to live, so I sleep at an internet cafe.
Oh, I see. I thought you were living at home.
They kicked me out. My mom and dad were really mad at me for what I did. They said I'm not their daughter anymore, and my brother ignores me. You are the only one I can rely on.
I'm sorry, but I can't help you either.
Why not? You're the boss, right? You could have lent me some money.
You haven't forgotten, have you? You disrespected me a lot.
But that's because I didn't know who you were. If I'd known who you were, I wouldn't have behaved like that.
Whether I'm the president or not, it's wrong to look down on people based on their educational background.
I apologize for making fun of you. I'm sorry.
If you're sorry, don't depend on others and do something on your own.
I can't do it anymore. I only have $10 on me right now. I'll have to sleep in the park tomorrow.
Good luck.
Sandy, you want your sister-in-law to be homeless?
It's your own fault.
That's right. Can't you hire me at your company?
What?
I don't care if it's a part-time job. I'll do anything.
I don't think so. Well, I've got some work to do, so I'll see you later.
Oh, no, wait. If you won't help me, I'll really be all alone.
I'm going to block you now.
Wait, Sandy. Please, don't abandon me.
After that, Tina managed to find a day job. She continues to sleep at an internet cafe. According to my husband, Tina had been using her parents' money. Now that the whole family has abandoned her, she has no money to do so. She wears ragged clothes every day. She looks as shabby as if she were a different person. On the other hand, I am as busy as ever. My husband is very proactive in taking care of the house, which really helps me out. If I have a chance again, I would like to stay at Star Hotel as a couple and have a relaxing time.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.